Welcome back to 20 Years of Doom. I'm Temin.
I'm Coffee.
And I'm Red.
Today we've got a Episode 1 style replacement, Fava beans. I've already been asked this before by somebody, but this has nothing to do with Hannibal Lecter. There's no liver, nor is there a fine Chianti, sorry to say.
Oh.
Hold on. What? Hannibal Lecter? Am I missing something here?
Have you never seen Silence of the Lambs?
Moving on. Oh, man. That's embarrassing.
What a gaffe.
All I really know about that movie is Hannibal Lecter going...
Yeah, that's the follow-up line to that sentence, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Well, I only know that specific noise, so...
That's fine.
And also, I think the nice lady who plays Dana Scully on X-Files is in that movie, I think.
No, that's okay. I haven't seen X-Files. We're both...
Oh, man.
It's not that same actress, though.
No.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else then, because I swear I've seen those two in the same scene.
So this...
Or the same room.
If I could...
Anyways.
Sorry.
Go on.
If I could talk about the WAD real quick, this is Fava Beans, an all-new episode for the registered version of Doom by Sean Burkle at imagebs.com, whatever that means. It comes with a bunch of files, including a bunch of garbage, like fileid.diz, which, as far as I know, is what people used as like some kind of piracy check file back in the days of DOS. I don't know. I don't know why that would be included with a WAD either, but here we are. It also has crap115.wad and crap115.txt, which are just beta levels of the ones we're currently viewing, I guess. And
I guess that's neat.
It also comes with a demo file that I watched, and it's like an hour of two guys playing deathmatch, and it's really not as entertaining as the person in the text document makes it out to be.
Let me guess, they don't even have any commentary, it's just gameplay.
Well, yeah, you can't have commentary in a demo. There'd be kind of...
it's just the demo, okay.
Yeah.
For some reason I thought this was just some really low quality video file.
No. That would be...
With all the other stuff he threw in there, I wouldn't really be surprised.
I think that would considerably raise the file size of this.
I guess back then, yeah.
I was going to say, are you saying it's some sort of proto-let's play that's been hidden in a Doom WAD for the last 20 years?
You know, that would be something really neat to discover, but unfortunately that's not the case. Well, maybe not unfortunately. Maybe it's better that it's not that way.
Well, given 90s video technology.
Yeah, I mean, goodness. I don't even think we had Windows Movie Maker yet. So
no, that wasn't until like Windows XP, wasn't it?
Yeah. Or maybe 2000 in ME, but I never really used those, so I don't know if they had it. I really think XP, yeah, you might be right.
So I've got a little thread of logic I would like to follow backwards kind of a little bit real quick. So this is, obviously the Episode 1 Doom style we've got going on here, and he kind of nails it. The maps are nice. The layout's pretty slick, and the last Episode 1 style we did, this not related, but tangentially related by this weird thing I'm thinking of. Return to Phobos by Michael Kelsey, whose name I never mentioned in that one. Sorry about that. That was another, Episode 1 style replacement. It was kind of sprawling and all over the place. Kind of not that great. But another thing I failed to mention about Michael Kelsey is he's the one who actually did Stones.wad, which is like one of the first 2 or 3 Doom WADs ever made.
So or at least made and put on the internet.
Yeah, basically.
Huh. Well, and now that you mention it, yeah, I like the layout of this map so far. The first one kind of grazed me by, but I don't know. The encounters here feel nice. Like, you can kind of walk into a room and there's a couple of enemies, and as long as you're not dumb about it, you can avoid taking damage and, dealing with the goons.
Yeah, sure. Oh, man.
This really does feel like a professional level, if you know what I mean.
It does.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Like I said, it really kind of nails the episode 1 feel. Like, this is... I'm pretty sure you could replace this episode, replace Doom 1 with this episode, and, somebody who's not super familiar would think that this is actually the real thing. Maybe not.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, if somebody's never really played Doom before, the quality of this is up there enough that you could definitely trick them into thinking, oh yeah, this is Doom. Mm-hmm.
And unlike Return to Phobos, it is not a drawn-out, confusing maze.
Right.
Have I mentioned how weird it is that I'm, kind of intimately familiar with all these old WADs now?
Well, with the amount of digging and treasure splunking and WADs, I'm not that shocked anymore, to be honest.
Well,
I mean, it makes sense with the amount of time you've spent on them, but at the same time, I know what you're reaching for. Wow, you're now an archivist of
it's
old
weird
Doom WADs.
because, like I mentioned before, that I had played these WADs before previously, but I guess none of them really stuck until I started recording them. And I guess part of that is because I'm, doing the pistol start thing if I die. Having to replay levels kind of helps with that, I guess.
Yeah, if you just save and, you die somewhere, load, get through the level as quickly as possible, you spend less time and probably, less of an impact on it.
Yeah. Oh, this is E1M3, by the way. It has a secret exit. Those are always fun to find, usually.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because I was kind of already getting the feel of that, or the original map for this. Like, it really does feel like almost a remix of the old levels. It's neat.
Yeah, it is neat.
I didn't know what to expect with a name like Fava Beans when I first started, to be honest.
Neither did I. And I'm sure many people will be disappointed, again, that it's not Hannibal Lecter.
Well, I was actually kind of expecting some normal Doom, mainly because of some context given, but at the same time, I think we've seen our share of the de-hacked and new sprite and new texture stuff, or new tile set stuff, for a little bit, I feel.
Yeah, we've had our fill of de-hacked stuff for this year, but don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's at least one big de-hacked WAD for each year until de-hacked stops being a thing. So look forward to that. It all comes to a head with a great mega WAD.
Ooh.
Are you talking about...
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you better
no
bleep
way.
that. You better bleep that.
Really?
I'm gonna bleep that,
Oh,
but I
man.
have recorded that, and it is great.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm super excited now.
Oh god.
And I'm gonna hype it up for everyone in the thread. Yeah, it's oh man.
Oh, that's gonna be a beautiful train wreck.
It was pretty good, but we should probably stop talking about that since that won't be until we get to 1999. Oh boy.
Man, we're so many years away.
Yeah, I'll be
but
interested
not,
in
but
seeing
we
how you
are.
made it work, but anyway.
Hey, check out this little ledge.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah,
I like secrets like that.
Look at that. The secret exit.
Switch. Wait,
what?
really?
Yeah,
That's
it's the
right.
secret exit.
It still really throws me off that the secret exits in Doom are usually just a generic switch.
Yeah.
Like no fanfare or anything, just, hey, what's the switch do? Oh, the level ended. Oh. Too
So
bad I have 1 health.
don't blink or you might miss this entire level.
Wait.
This is a really short level, man.
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
any of these levels have names, which, I don't know, that's kind of part of the fun, I think, is when they give the levels names.
That's just a thing in Doom. You should always be able to open the map and see what super edgy, dark, cool, or neat name a map has. And when they don't do that, it's just...
There's the exit, by the way. I was in disbelief, so I had to go exploring.
Another just generic switch. All right.
Well, I mean, these switches have exit signs above them, so...
Well... Yeah, but it's not that sweet exit switch.
Yeah, I guess not.
I don't know. It's like again, because I just love to go talk about Duke Nukem in a Doom video.
Yeah, it's fine. They're practically
Like, imagine
the
if
same
you
thing.
got to the end of a Duke Nukem level, and instead of hitting that
The nuke
super
button.
satisfying nuke button, it was just like a regular switch or something. Like, oh,
It was
okay,
one of-
open the door and leave. I guess we're not nuking this one.
Oh,
It-
this is
it's
underwhelming.
It's just one of those switches you can shoot from like 50 feet away.
Oh god, just like a generic toggle switch.
Yeah. Man.
Or hell, you shoot it on accident and the level ends. God.
Oh man.
Alright.
Yes.
I'm gonna go do that later.
God. So I remember we talked about in Obituary, for those, well, nobody's really in the know, but our recording schedule's been a bit futzed up, as they say. But,
I think I've come to terms with the fact that that's just an LP thing.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, we were pretty consistent for a long time, man.
Pretty good. Got a great sprinting start. I'd like to pick that up again if we can.
Yeah. Where was I going with
Second
that? Oh
win.
yeah, Obituary. We were talking about a little bit about those weird Nintendo 64 rumors, like how to unlock Luigi.
Oh yeah.
Get the
God, I love
Triforce
that
and
stuff. I
Ocarina
just-
of Time.
oh.
Did you know there's an entire thread about it in the games forum?
What?
Yeah.
What?
About what?
Oh.
Video game hoaxes and urban legends.
Oh
Oh!
my
I'm
god.
going to check that out when we're done here.
Yeah, it's been a good read. I'm almost done with it. I've been reading it on and off for like the past month. But you know, it has like the Mew under the truck in Pokemon, stuff about Missing No, how to get Luigi, how to get the Triforce, things about how to revive Aeris in Final Fantasy VII.
Oh my
You're going to have to
god.
believe that. Although it's been
Oh
like
yeah,
20
sorry,
years.
that was a big spoiler. I'm sorry, Final Fantasy thread. Are they up to 7 yet? I don't know. I haven't been following them too closely.
Oh man.
There's a 25 years of Final Fantasy thread as well.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I
God.
remember looking into a Final Fantasy VII screenshot LP. I don't remember how long ago, but considering how stupidly long that game is, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not done yet. Especially because screenshot LPs are so much effort, and I...
Oh no, they're video
Oh.
LPs.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well.
whether to feel pity for them or not, because that's a huge undertaking in comparison to Doom, to be honest.
Well, I mean, they're not
it's just-
covering all the Final Fantasy mods.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I
don't-
almost feel like, depending on how thorough they're being... I'm not belittling, by the way, but
Yeah,
this is
I know.
analytical.
It's just kind of... what even brought that to mind? Oh yeah, how to revive Eris.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say that it's crazy how much content there is in Doom. You could easily match a entire JRPG series with Doom content, and maybe even overshadow it depending on how big said series is. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy is the biggest one out there, but there could be this other maybe slightly more obscure one
Oh.
that I've never heard of.
I'm pretty sure Dragon Quest is bigger, but it's been a
Oh
while.
yeah, Dragon Quest. Yeah, that's pretty massive too. I remember, yeah, like seeing like Dragon Quest 9 or something on Tips and Tricks way back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh man, Tips and Tricks magazines. I
Oh,
don't know if that's
God.
been brought up yet
Tips
or
and
not.
tricks,
That-
no.
That was a good magazine.
Yeah, and it was about this time in the 90s.
I don't think I've ever read that.
Well, if you want to, I still have like all of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Was it like one of those cheat things you get? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Did it have
yes
cheats?
and no. It was a subscriber or store pickup magazine, and it would have exactly that. It was kind of like a all-purpose Nintendo Power. So you get like tips and tricks on video games, and there was always a newly updated cheat code section.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, But I think, let's see, one thing that I remember really fondly about Tips and Tricks was that they took fan art for video games.
Oh, that's neat.
So you got to see like 8-year-olds drawing really bad Cloud Strife and other characters, and
Nice.
Goku. A lot of Goku I remember, man.
Did you hear the rumor about how you could totally unlock Goku in Super Smash Brothers?
Oh,
Of
God.
course. Goku and Sonic and Tails
Yeah.
and oh man.
Pretty sure Smash Bros. Infinite has Goku, though.
Yeah, Smash Bros. Infinite has everything under the sun, probably including the sun.
Oh, maybe it has the Sunfizz son, too.
Oh god!
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, we don't need that. I was thinking of the Sun from Super Mario 3 when you said that.
Oh my god, maybe it does.
Maybe it has both.
Oh.
I mean, it as far as everything under the sun goes, it does have the moon. It does have Skull Kid, and
right.
his final smash is literally just the moon. And I love that when you use his final smash, the announcer just goes "Game over" as the moon crashes onto the stage.
Man.
That's beautiful. That's some real quality love and care right there.
Smash Brothers mods are weird.
Yeah, they are. Like how there's just Luigi driving like Rob in car mode or something. That's a character.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Yep. Oh man, this track.
I was thinking the other day about Wolfenstein and stuff and how all the level walls look the same.
Right.
Mhm.
And recently I played through Wizardry 6 and 7. And I am very thankful we kind of got to the point where we have actual different looking textures and stuff all over the place now. Because those games, the walls look the same. Well, in 6 anyway. You needed a mini map and just a whole lot of other stuff just to navigate. It was a pretty good
So-
game too.
Yeah, so kind of the same experience you get from Wolf 3D, where
Yeah.
you kind of have to wander around or have really good memory and navigation skills.
Oh yeah.
Unless you did get a mini map in that game.
No, you didn't.
Oh, not in Wolf 3D and Wizards.
No, Wizardry
But,
6 didn't have a mini map either.
Oh goodness.
You had to mod that
Well,
in.
Well, since you mentioned that, you did just give me the strange idea. What if we did continue with that trend of Wolfenstein? What if that set the precedent for textures and just, even today, as dull and boring and straightforward as brown modern shooters are, what if they were even worse because, like, wonderful games like Half-Life and so on did just have all the same wall texture for the entire game. And we're still just claustrophobic mazes forever, but with better graphics and guns.
I think the
but
graph
still
paper.
mazes.
I think the graph paper would become extinct from how much people would buy graph paper to make maps.
Oh man, that's a good point.
God.
I don't know, but all this makes me want to see like Half-Life 2 with Wolfenstein 3D's color palette.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Might be interesting,
That-
might look awful.
I think both are invariably true.
I'd rather see Half-Life in N64 graphics.
I think somebody's kind of done that, and it's just turning down the LOD to like the most minimal graphics imaginable. Because I think there's a like dynamic LOD or I don't know what it is exactly because I haven't screwed with Source in a long time. Screw Source Engine. I'm over it. I don't like it anymore. I used to think it was the greatest thing, but too complicated and finicky. But somebody at some point made a video where they played Half-Life 2 at like the most minimal graphics possible. It was like 128 square resolution, and all of the models were crunched down to have absolutely no detail. The textures were just like a blobby mass of color, like there was no detail. It was horrible. No shadows, no dynamic lighting, everything full bright. And game's still playable, but I think we would be somewhere that's kind of where we'd be with that.
Oh, I
Oh
bet.
man, I remember The Secret, except that it didn't have a giant pit next to it.
I'd like to point out real quick that this is probably the longest level. We just saw the exit, but we need to press a switch somewhere in the map to raise the bridge. and most of the time in this level is spent looking for said switch. Oh, I'd also like to make some shout-outs. I haven't done that in a while, I feel. Besides the Final Fantasy guys, I'm not the only one crazy enough to be going through all these WADs. After doing some searches online, there's a blog by somebody who actually writes the CAC Awards. Well, co-author of the CAC Awards.
Oh, okay.
Who's been playing through, the top 100, all the CAC Awards like I am, plus all the other extra WADs he feels like. He even goes into like maybe not entire, but like a lot of the other WADs authors of CAC Award WADs have made. There are a lot of WAD reviews on his blog is what I'm getting at. He's been doing it since like 2011, I think.
So he's kind of like a professional food connoisseur for Doom WADs.
I guess so. And there's also a German Let's Player called Metal Lord, who's playing through the top 100, doing an LP of those. I don't understand a word he says, but I've been watching his videos, and it's been interesting to see gameplay that's not my own of these WADs.
I feel like I've heard his name before.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I wish him luck, because that's a lot of WADs.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Speaking of WADs and levels and whatnot, I replayed Unreal recently, and I was talking to Temin and read about it a couple of weeks back. And I was talking about how everything, just all the guns felt weak and awful, but the level design was actually halfway decent, but it just got worse as the game went on.
Alright, so time to garner a lot of hate. You ready, guys?
Yep.
No.
Fuck Unreal. I do not like that game. Look, I appreciate the idea, and it was definitely a big step up because it's definitely a cool concept, kind of that free open world feel where you can go around and it's not linear at all, but oh my god, that game is just frustrating and doesn't feel fun at all, and
I mean, it was a huge step.
Unreal was much better as a tournament shooter.
Oh yeah.
Anyways.
It was a huge step. Sorry. It was a huge step technology-wise. I'll get that. Anyway.
But back to Doom. I don't know. This whole WAD just feels really natural again. I know I'm being redundant, but it's holding true to that. And even like looking at the auto map, you kind of get this twinge of like, that looks like a Doom map, like Doom map, not Community.
That was the switch, by the way. I found it.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, even this outside area, it feels right.
Yeah.
Is the only way I can really put it.
It feels like he took the basic levels and expanded them tenfold to the point where you would not recognize them. But they still have the same feel.
I suppose it's
expanded
possible,
concept?
I don't know. Well, let's see what the text document has to say.
Oh, yeah,
It usually says whether or not these levels are built from scratch.
I mean, if they are, good on them. And if they aren't, good on him, because he did a really good job anyways.
This one doesn't say whether or not it was built from scratch.
Well, one thing, because he definitely does have some really incredibly familiar feeling sections. He could have either directly copied or, like, taken heavy inspiration from a lot of the specific sections.
Yeah, this room right here looks straight out of E1M2.
Right, but it's different. It's almost like it's, I don't know, it feels like it's backwards in a way, but not.
Well, I mean, the room I'm thinking of was at the end. This is near the beginning, so...
Yeah, because exactly. But also, let's see, you came down on an elevator, here you come downstairs, there's a corridor and a hallway that heads off to the right, but when you go in there, it branches off into two directions. And there's also a window behind it, rather than being a cramped hallway. But again, it does feel very similar.
God. Okay, I have another Doom tons of WAD person I'd like to bring up. This person, Joel from Vinesauce, streamer. He started a he says it'll be annual, but Doom WOD contest that I wanted to make a WOD for, but I never got around to it. But there were like something like 150-ish WOD submissions for that contest, and like the deadline, like the entire time they were allotted to make those WODs was like a week. So we got many WODs in a week. It's kind of crazy, and I think he just finished getting through all those like a couple of weeks ago.
That's
so good
a lot
on
of
him.
WODs to get through.
Yeah, it is a lot of WODs.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if we'll see any of those ever.
That's possible.
Who can say?
Oh no, no secrets.
Well,
Only
Oh,
28.
get them all.
Only 28% kills. Come on.
Actually, wow, yeah. Was there just like more level or something? Because you were pretty consistently shooting up the place.
I don't know, probably. There was probably some huge super secret. Oh yeah, that's why I brought up the hoax thread. Half-Life maps. This is the final level, by the way. This.
Oh, right. Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah,
No
check this
kidding.
out.
This is quick.
And they're dead. All right, what's next?
Oh. Yeah, that was
Well,
the Bruiser Brothers, and there we go.
The end.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt
So-
kind of underwhelming.
Yeah.
So, map 9 abridged, basically.
Yeah. Bit of an anticlimax after what you've been through. But yeah, short but sweet. Oh, and he made his own End Doom splash screen. That's nice.
I can't wait till Quake.
Oh,
Quake? What's that?
Same.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I like how he got the flashing text, too.
yeah. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, that's, I guess, a thing you can do on End Doom screens. I'll have to look into how to do that. It's like a really obscure but probably really easy thing to do.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing you could do in DOS. That's
But, yeah.
super neat.
I don't know if I'm going to remember this for another video, so I'd like to just bring it up here real quick.
Yes.
The Urban Legends and Hoax thread in the games forum, somebody was talking about Action Half-Life, a mod for Half-Life, and maps by this guy named Hondo, who would make, normal deathmatch maps with these incredibly like bigger than the deathmatch map secrets that were I haven't delved too deep into that well, but I'm super interested to see where that goes.
Weren't there some really
Alright,
messed
well-
up things hidden through all those maps?
I think there were. So, yeah, some guy did a series of videos on those forever ago that I want to check out.
You're going to send me a link to that because I'm curious.
Yeah.
No, as do I.
All right. Well, links for everyone, I guess. But
Yeah, more links, more stuff. But next time.
yeah, the end.
All right.
The end.
Good night, everybody.